After the fall of Atlantis, new exiled souls arrived from Capela. Similarly, the souls who were already here and had fulfilled their mission of helping the peoples of Earth were able to return to Capela. Your planet entered another evolutionary cycle. There was a population of 6 million people on Earth, and a large part of them were primitive or exiled spirits. Few evolved spirits decided to remain here at that time. The year was approximately 27,000 of your era. The evolved spirits asked to inhabit the continents of the Americas today, and little by little they developed peaceful societies. In this migration they started everything anew, with villages, then groups, and finally cities with structures. This took a long time, because with the massive deaths from Atlantis and Lemuria, new births only happened gradually among the peoples who migrated to the lands of America. There were also births among the less evolved tribes of Africa and Asia. There was a group of people who left Atlantis and migrated to these continents little by little. From this migration arose the Bedouin and North African peoples. The African continent was already inhabited by primitive beings, as was the extreme Asia. These peoples also received, over time, evolved spirits to advance their progress. Around the year 10,000 of your history, large cities began to emerge again in Africa and Asia, as well as the Americas. In time you will discover these cities and you will be able to notice the evolution of the people of that time, much earlier than you might suppose. These cities marked a new time of progress on Earth. The evolutionary level of a large part of the spirits was already higher. The desire to live in balance and harmony had grown, so there was a time of peace and prosperity. From this time arose the foundations of the civilizations that you know today, such as the Mayans, Incas, Aztecs, Egyptians, Mongols, Chinese dynasties, and Arab peoples. There was considerable progress in your world, with structured cities, subsistence agriculture, notions of sanitation, a deeper understanding of medicine and healthcare, the development of governments and laws, and hierarchies in society, with a division of labor. Much of what you know today about that time comes from Egyptian history, but there was great progress in cities in Asia and the Americas, as well as in North Africa. With the growth of excavations and archaeology that you carry out today, it will allow you to know much more about your past. Around the year 5000 of your time, in Asia there was a growth among the Arab tribes, of the people of Abraham. What your legends today say about Abraham was actually the ancient memory of Atlantis, passed down from generation to generation and lost over time. There is considerable imprecision of facts and chronology in your book of life, the Bible. This book presents the historical facts of Atlantis and Lemuria, such as the sinking and exile in the legend of the flood that made Noah build the ark and save the animals of each species. This was nothing more than the migration of the survivors to the Americas and Africa. Noah is figurative. He never waited for the water to recede to leave the Arkansas. The peoples of that time did indeed make long journeys to reach Africa and Asia. What is now called Europe was a large continent of ice. It was impossible to inhabit it. Similarly, North Africa was not the desert we know today. Its climate was quite Mediterranean. From the Arab tribes, a people grew with a more solid knowledge of the one God. This seed of Atlantis was preserved with this people, as the others already had the distortion of believing in different gods, which was a practice of Lemuria. To contain the wrath of the evil spirits that inhabited them and to ask for protection from nature, the Lemurians resorted to these protective gods of fire, air, water, and forests. This Lemurian knowledge was passed on to other civilizations in the Americas, Asia, and Africa. This tribe of Abraham, or Atlantis, worshipped the one God and thus preserved the ancient knowledge brought from Capela. From this lineage were born the last remnants of Capela here on Earth, who continue among you to this day. They decided to stay until the time of Earth's ascension. In the year 4000 of your era, 1300 by your calculations, one of these spirits was born among you, whom you know today by the name of Moses. He brought back, inspired by us, the sacred laws so that conduct among you would once again be aligned with universal laws and distant from the beliefs of nature protection that were already quite pervasive. Moses ushered in a new era for Western history. Compared to the moral evolution he had, the inhabitants of the tribes were very backward. Moses represented for you the continuity of the Atlantean Golden Age, for he brought back devotion to God, laws of respect and equality in obedience, regardless of social class or hierarchy. Moses needed to be born as a descendant of the tribe of Abraham, for he carried a lineage to be preserved, but his path was already set to grow in the highest hierarchy on earth, among the Egyptians, so that he would gain strength in spreading the knowledge of the one God and reunite the peoples of that lineage from Capela in knowledge. With the Hebrews, a new time of reincarnation of higher spirits began, so that the knowledge of the one God would gain more strength and spread among you. From this lineage came other great leaders, from the Exodus in Egypt to the coming of Christ, who marked the final time of this evolutionary march of high spirits among the Hebrews. From Christ onwards, your planet entered a new era, ceasing to be primitive and gaining synergy with the noblest universal laws. Earth entered the age of atonement and trials as a way to accelerate its progress. The arrival of Christ thus allowed your planet to stop receiving rebellious and primitive spirits and only provide growth for those who were already here until the current time of ascension to a regenerated world. There will be much joy and prosperity in this time that is coming for you. Your planet was an effective school for many souls in the universe, teaching precious lessons that were replicated in other worlds of the same evolutionary situation. The march of progress on Earth is a reference for the universe, and your planet will always be known and honored by universal brothers. Brave peoples of Earth, may your legacy be immensely beneficial to the universe, and may your future history bring you peace and harmony. We will be here to continually help you in this progress. We are your guides, or as you prefer to call us, we are your angels, and we will always be here to support you on this path.